What is up, traders? What's up, CTM? What's up, YouTube? As you can clearly see on the screen, here is a picture of today's price action in the EURUSD. We did have some news come out today, and the news was from the ECB. All right, so I don't really pay too much attention to the news. Those of you who have been following this channel by now know that I am a price action trader. All right, I don't care about the news. I make sure I know what news is coming out, when it's coming out, but I don't base my trading decisions on that news. I base my trading decisions on technical levels. This week was a good week for me. Last week, it's kind of funny because I didn't take any trades because I didn't see anything I liked until Friday. And then I took that trade Friday, which was Euro Yen to the short side. That trade was successful as well. But this week, it seems like there's been trading setups everywhere I look. And I'm pretty much done for the month if I choose to be. But it was a great week. And we're going to discuss this trade right here, Euro USD. All right. So basically, as you can see, I have a blue line on here. It's a 10.48 to 1 risk to reward, basically where price is currently. The blue line represents my entry point. The red line that you can't see right now because of price, or actually, no, it's right here. Sorry. Price is up here. What an idiot. The blue line that you can clearly see is my entry, and the red line is my stop loss. So basically, you can see the level that I was watching right here. All right, that level is 1.19286, and you know the reason why I was looking at that level. So let's go down into a smaller time frame chart, just so I can basically highlight this for you. So if you remember, this gray line right here is an 8-hour level, a market structure level. And look how beautifully it coincides with this hourly structure. Now, it isn't as flawlessly perfect as it is over here on this one, but if I just drag this over and put it on that one, you can see that price came almost down and tested that. All right, so it was the 8-hour first. Then I go down into a smaller time frame and pick an hourly level that I like, that's close to near-term price, once I have a daily bias. Today's daily candle, as you can see before this price action here, because price action in this area right here got a little bit crazy today with the ECB news. So you can see that this has got a little bit crazy, and I basically told everybody not to even bother with this. This is what you look for when you're looking to take swing entries, more than trying to find an intraday range expansion. So this is basically what we look for. Basically, like this area here, I didn't trade because it didn't meet none of my levels or my criteria. Didn't trade this level here, but when price broke up out of here and it looked like price was going to come down and test this level, I decided to get long at that level, determined by how price reacted around that level. So let's go into a 5-minute time frame so you can see just how crazy price action was. It was right when the news broke. I told everybody not to bother with this once this happened, because you can see we traded all the way up and we took out every short that was short against all of this price action. We smoothed right up in there, smoked all the stops, and instead of coming down, testing a valid level, like for instance this bearish candle, and moving back to the upside, it continued lower to take out all the stops that was here and here. So you've taken out stops on both sides of the intraday range. But my bias is bullish still. All right. Once we got down into this area in here, we were no longer green on the daily candle. We were now red. All right. But I was also watching Bitcoin and a few other assets, and Bitcoin was going up. This is the area right here. When the EURUSD is going down, Bitcoin's going up. Now, Bitcoin has nothing to do with the euro per se. However, if you're trading Bitcoin versus the dollar, it has a lot to do with euro, because Bitcoin's going to act with the dollar. So you're not just trading against Bitcoin when you're trading against this, you're trading against Bitcoin paired against the dollar. So if Bitcoin's got strength against the dollar, then I'm assuming while the Euro USD is going down against the dollar, that this is probably just a pullback. All right, probably just a pullback. The near term trend on the 8-hour chart is to the downside. Anybody can see it. I can see it, and I know it. However, I'm not looking to initiate any shorts on this asset until we're testing this area up here at 1.20497. Once we get up into this area, I will then determine if I want to look to take a short to the downside, looking for trend or the near term trend to continue. And when I say near term, I'm only meaning this section of price here. Because if I scroll out on the chart, you can clearly see that since March, this thing has been in an absolute uptrend. There's no doubts about it. So I was looking for it to continue higher here. We got a fake out move, made a lower high, and pressed lower, made another lower low. So until this thing makes another higher high, it has to be looked at with near-term bearish intentions. So moving forward, this is just a scalp that turned into a swing trade. I have already taken off 2/3 of the position like I normally do. You can see how beautiful this was. All right. This came down, tested that level, tested it, and then came out of there. This candle here, once we made this strong push up, when price fell back down, before it closed, I took my buy entry, had my stop right underneath the lows there, and you can see it was pretty much a straight run to the upside. This was a massive fake out move, and it still held to longer term structure. All right. So the near term of this is obviously heading to the upside. All right. Now, this didn't come down to test the trend line. I just put the trend line on the chart to show you the direction of this near term trend. Now, it can absolutely come down and stop me out, and I'm okay with that. All right. It could turn around here. It absolutely could. You can see we have a big down move here. I doubt it turns around here, to be honest with you. In my opinion, if this thing is going to continue to the downside, it's going to do it once it comes up and tests this daily level at the very least. I wouldn't even be surprised if it didn't push higher and then close the daily back below that level. If that happens, then I will continue to look for intraday scalps to the downside, looking for near-term continued direction. So, with all that said, make sure you trade safe, make sure you trade smart, and happy trading, everybody.